Hello and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm AC and today I'm going to walk you through this beautiful 2024 Newmar Essex. This is the 4551 floor plan. Just recently got here. If you're looking for that perfect gift for a loved one, this could be it. You can make somebody's Christmas this year. We're going to start up front here. This is going to be on a Spartan chassis. It's going to have the 15-liter Cummins, so you're going to have 605 horsepower, 1,950 pound-feet of torque. So you're gonna have a ton of torque, ton of horsepower, everything you're gonna need to get you going up the road. We're gonna start up front here so I can kind of walk your way back here. I wanna start off by showing you these steps. So these steps have sensors on the end here. So if it hits a curb, maybe you park too close to a curb or you're trying to hit your partner while they're walking up the stairs, it'll stop, won't hurt anybody. When you close the door again, they'll just go back in, retract. You can see we have the stainless steel trim on this all along the bottom of the baggage doors. We're gonna have keyless entry, doorbell as well. You can see our aluminum Alcoa wheels. This Essex, this 4551, is going to have a 55-degree wheel cut on the front. It's going to give you a really nice turning radius. I back up a little, you can see this masterpiece finish, beautiful finish on this. This is the Versailles exterior graphics. You can see we have the window awning package as well as the Nova Gerard awning package up top. It looks sunny and warm, but it really isn't. I'm gonna try to do this video with my gloves on so I don't freeze, but we'll see how that goes. Up front here, you will have dual fuel. So you'll be able to fill this up on both sides. You'll have 150 gallons of fuel. You're gonna have 105 gallons of fresh water, 80 gallons of gray, and 60 gallons of black. You can see our security light here. Of course, we're going to have the push button actuator doors here so that you don't have to be slamming them every time you close them. We've got our exterior refrigerator freezer. It's on a slide tray, makes it easy to bring in and out. You also have additional shelf up top for smaller items. And you do have a standard outlet in that top compartment. All right, here we're going to have our power slide tray. This is going to have 1,000-pound carrying capacity. It will go out completely in both directions, so you don't have to be climbing in there to get your belongings from down there. Also, if you have to sleep in it, if you get in trouble, you just kind of push the button, push yourself back in. Stay nice and warm down there. Of course, we're going to have our exterior entertainment center on this one. We have our sound bar right below, perfect spot to, pull out the awnings, watch the football games, the basketball game, hockey game. Right now, you can pick a lot of different sports to choose from, and there's a lot of really good games going on. All right, here's gonna be our second pass-through storage. I'm gonna scoot over here so you can check it out. Again, 1,000-pound carrying capacity. Here you're gonna see our central vac attachments. And I'll show you the central vac when we get inside. Actually, I'll show you in the next compartment as well. Again, this is going to be so this is a 4551. It'll be 40 foot 10 inches in length. Down here, before I forget, I do want to show you this star foundation. I love pointing this thing out. You can see these cross members, the whole subframe that they build, welded onto the frame. You can also see that it doesn't sit directly on the frame, which is important. That's a key element there. It'll allow your coach to stay square, true, quiet, give you a nice quiet ride, a smooth ride because of the added weight down below. Here's your central vac system outside, so you can turn it on and off. You can hook up your hoses, you know, maybe vacuum out your car. Down here, you're going to have additional extra floor tiles in case you happen to drop something and break one of your tiles. You're also going to have some additional outlets out here in case you want to plug in something outside. This also gives you a really good view of that masterpiece finish. I was talking about this paint job. Everything lines up beautifully. Other coaches, lower end coaches, this would just be solid white or black. I really like how they do that. All right, here in this compartment, you're gonna have a nice pegboard, nice spot to put your oil, your fluids, maybe some tools. Keeps you from wasting a compartment. All right, the Essex comes equipped with the passive steer tag axle. So you're gonna have this rear axle, this rear wheel, as you can see, they look different. This looks just like the one up front. This is gonna have up to a 17-degree wheel cut, so that when you're turning, you're parking in tight spots, you can squeeze in pretty much anywhere. You can do a donut around other motorhomes that don't have this, even if they're a little shorter than this one. I would really encourage you, if you haven't driven a Newmar with the passive steer tag axle and the comfort drive, if you're interested, if you're looking to purchase something, come on down, schedule an appointment. I'll take you guys for a test drive and you'll fall in love with the way they handle. We're gonna have 15-gallon DEF tank. We also have our Spartan emergency suspension fill back here. This has air ride suspension, air ride leveling, as well as the hydraulic system. If your system fails, your air system fails, you can actually put air directly into that and help you get towed. All right, back here we're gonna have our air dryer, water separator. We're gonna have our 2 disconnects for your chassis batteries, and then of course our 2 chassis batteries right here. Right above, we're gonna have our emergency exit door that is located in the rear bathroom. And I will also show you that when we get inside. All right, back here we're gonna have Big Red. This is our 15-liter engine. This is a Cummins, obviously, you can tell by the red color. Plenty of room in here if you need to get in here, change out your belts. I say it every time, I'll say it again, carry a spare set of belts. We do sell emergency kits that you can buy prepared that'll have the essential pieces that you need so that you don't get stranded for something minor. You got your engine oil. You have your Allison. This will be equipped with an Allison 4000 transmission. Air chuck right here for a quick connect for an air hose. And then your block heater plugs in right here. You can see this is on the Spartan K3 chassis, 605 horsepower as I mentioned earlier. Look at the tow package on this thing. This thing is a monster. You're gonna have 20,000 pound towing. You've got your hook up here for your tow vehicle, 7-pin connector. You're also gonna have a Voyager connection here. So if you're pulling a stacker trailer or whatever you're towing, if it's got a Voyager camera system, you can plug directly into that. You can see our camera. So you're gonna have backup camera, turn signal camera, as well as 360 camera view on this. Of course, 605 horsepower, you need additional cooling. So you have this huge side radiator. I mentioned 15 gallons of DEF. You can fill on that side or you can fill on this side. There's your sewer hose storage. Pretty impressed. I actually opened that with my gloves on. I'm staying nice and warm. Then you can see that hydraulic leveling system. If you're on dry land, on pavement, you don't want to use your air leveling, the hydraulic jacks work great. If you're on muddy surfaces, you want to use the air so it keeps your jacks from digging down into it. Right here, we're going to have our water compartment, our macerator, full house water filter. We have our outdoor hot and cold shower, paper towel dispenser, and of course our mana block system here. If you're not familiar with that, it's pretty awesome actually. If you get a leak, let's say in your kitchen, you can just shut off the water to the kitchen still continue your trip until you can get to a service center located near you. So this can help you save a trip. You also have a hot water tap, and of course your city water connection here on a power reel. You can see when the door goes up, it's going to actually lift up. When it comes out, it drops down so it doesn't hit the slide. This allows them to give you a deeper slide, a taller compartment. If it didn't come down like that, they'd have to shorten it down a little bit. Here we're going to have our 50 amp power connection, our shore cord. You're going to have a cable inlet. You're also going to have a 30 amp connection for your stacker trailer. If you have a buddy that wants to share, wants to mooch off of you, we all have those buddies. Come on, let's be real. This is a perfect connection for them. You can come hook up to your power. Here's the back side of that power tray, slide tray. Again, the easy glide power trays. Now this is pretty cool right here. I'm going to tell you, this is equipped with the lithium package dual inverters. So you can see we have two inverters. One of those inverters will run your air conditioner. It'll run one air conditioner while you go down the road without having to fire up your generator. Now typically these lithium packages, they come with 2 batteries. This one's got 3, so you're going to have 320 amp hours per battery, which is going to give you 960. If you like to boondock, this is going to provide a lot of power for that. Along with that 105 gallons of fresh water. If you want to get away from everybody, you can do it and not have to stop to fuel up. Really the main thing you want to do before you go boondocking is make sure your diesel is full. So you always fill your fuel tank, just in case you do have to run your generator. You'll have plenty of juice for that. All right, here we're going to have our brains of the operation. We're going to have breakers, fuses, spare fuses. And then you're also going to have your connection. This is where you would push out your generator. This will open up the front, allow you to access your 12.5K Onan generator. You're also going to see that we have a hot water tap and an airline quick connect right there as well. You're going to have your city horns right up here so that you don't get in trouble, and then your air horns are going to be right here in the front. Nice, easy access. Just push the button. Be careful when it's coming in that you don't touch the exhaust, which is right here by my leg. That tends to get pretty hot if you're not careful. You can burn your leg. All right, so that's going to do it for the exterior here. We're going to go ahead and go inside. I'm going to take off my gloves and I'm actually going to shut down those steps. So in here, you can turn off your exterior steps so that they're not opening and closing every time you open the door. So when you get to the RV park or wherever you're going to boondock, you would want to turn those off so they're not constantly going in and out. While I'm up here, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this. You're going to have your Girard awnings right here. You can open them all up one at a time. You can turn the lights on up there. Gives you some nice control of the awnings. This is equipped with 4 solar panels. So here's your Xantrex solar charge controller, your Winegard antenna up top. You're going to have your security lights on the driver's side and passenger side, your privacy drapes up front, your driver privacy, and then the front, also your drapes, and for the passenger side. Up here, your slide out controls, your exterior LED lighting, your step that I just shut off, and then also the power button for the Wi-Fi. This battery is your battery disconnect for the Lithionics batteries outside, so you would hold that if you want to shut those off. Or if you want to wake it up, if you get in the coach and the power's not on, if it's gone into a sleep mode, you would push that and turn it on. Up top over there, we're going to have our HWH master reset on the far right. And then our video control there on and off. Here's your Wi-Fi Ranger, which this one was ordered with. So if you order if you purchase one and add Starlink like a lot of folks are doing, they would put that in a different compartment wherever they can squeeze it in so it looks nice. Let me shut this door and then we'll work our way back. All right, here in the living area, we're gonna have our theater seating. You're gonna have light controls here for your drinks. You're gonna be able to lay down. So you can see I'm gonna lay that one down. These are super comfortable. If you haven't been in these again, I'd say come on down, schedule an appointment. I'll take you for a test drive. You can actually feel, you can't, on the video doesn't do it justice as far as the comfort. When you get to the level of the Essex, the King Air, the London Air, the quality of the furniture, how soft they are, how comfortable they are, you can't really get that out of a video. So you need to come in and check it out. You're gonna have a control panel up here. I am going to go to shades and open up some shades. There we go. The windows in here are one of my favorite things, so it's nice to be able to open these up. You get a lot of natural lighting in. If you're parked out, if you're boondocking out by a lake, or just have property on a lake, you can see from here. That'd be awesome. If you do, send me some pictures. I'd love to see it. Here in between the two theater seats, you have a nice storage compartment for puzzles, whatever you want to put in there. Your magazines. For sleeping, if you have guests that happen to come visit and they want to stay the night, they can easily sleep on these. I tell you, I could sleep on those all day. You are going to have a bed on this side and then also our televator. So to pop up the TV, you're going to go to systems, you're going to hit TV lift up, and that will raise the TV. Nice thing about the televators, when you're not using it, again, it gives you access to another window, gives you more natural lighting. Other thing I want to point out, you have right here by this sofa and also behind the theater seats on this side, you're going to have two standard outlets with USB ports. So plenty of USB ports. I know we all have, cell phones, iPads, whatever that needs to be plugged in all the time, so you can easily charge up here. Storage, you have a ton of storage up here. This is going to be your video compartment here with your HDMI cables, your access to your satellite. These are all soft closing. And then of course you're going to have your Bose soundbar up top, so you can have really good quality video, audio. As we work our way back here into the kitchen. If you have one of these, I'd like to know what you store up here, or if you store anything up here. It's kind of a small compartment, but again, Newmar likes to give you at least the option of putting something in there. So if you do have a coach that has one of these, I'd like to know what you're putting back there, maybe some spices or whatever. I'm pretty curious. Convection microwave. So you can cook, bake, pop your popcorn when it's time to watch a game or a movie. This induction cooktop, I have to say, is awesome. So if you've seen the videos on your Dutch Star, Mountain Air, Ventanas, you're gonna know that you have about half of this size for a cooktop. This is a Bosch cooktop, induction cooktop. It's huge, plenty of room for cooking. Of course, if you're on the road, you gotta eat, right? We're also gonna have our stainless steel sink. And a ton of counter space back here. So again, if you've got a coffee pot, air fryer, whatever you like to carry with you, you got plenty of room back here. slide out tray, so you don't have to be climbing up there. There's your owner's manuals, your reading material when you can't sleep at night. Again, there's another small compartment with some adjustable shelves, so I like that they give you a lot of different options. Under the sink, you're going to have your trash can. You're going to have a spot here for your sink covers. And then another pull-out tray here so you can put all your cleaning supplies. Can't forget the magic drawer here with all of your utensils. In this case, all of your remotes. Make sure you carry a lot of extra batteries because you might need them at some point. Again, soft closing. You might wonder, well, that's a big drawer face. Why is that such a small drawer? Well, this gives you the counter extension here. That way, while you're cooking on that huge cooktop, you got plenty of room to spread out all your side dishes and everything else that you're prepping. So, all right. Of course, we're gonna have a dishwasher. It's locked at the moment, so if you have kiddos, you have guests, you want to surprise them, you want to look like you're a magician, you can say abracadabra, knock on it, and then it'll open up. So you have to knock on it twice so it'll open. If you don't need a dishwasher but you get one, or you really like this coach, you wouldn't necessarily order it with the dishwasher. Just know that it's a really good spot to store your dishes, your pots, your pans. Over in the dining area, we're going to have our booth dinette with storage underneath on both sides. Again, really comfortable seating. I'll say it one more time and I promise I'll stop. Come on down, schedule an appointment. So you can kind of sit in it because you really don't know. I've sat in some coaches where the seats aren't very comfortable. I wouldn't want to sit there for too long. These you can actually sit here, do a puzzle, play some cards. If you play cards, let me know what game you like. I like playing 500 Rummy with my mom. She usually beats me, or I let her win once in a while, I should probably say. Just kidding, Mom. She's very, very, what's the word I want to use? She doesn't like to lose. Let's just put it that way. She's like me. She's super competitive. And if I told her I let her win, she would get so mad at me. So I don't let her win. Down here, you're going to have your residential fridge, ice maker, water dispenser. Again, because this is an Essex, you get upgraded appliances. So this is a Bosch. Your pantry. Slide out trays, lots of room. These, you can adjust the shelves if you wanted to. Down here, you're gonna have some dividers that'll come out if you need to put larger items in there, if you want to put your cookie pans or baking sheets. And outside the mid-bath, we're gonna have a touchscreen panel so that you're not having to walk all the way to the front or to the bedroom. You're here, you can turn off all your lights, check on your batteries, turn on the generator, shut it off. A lot of stuff on there you can do. Any questions on this kind of, on the technology, on the options that are on the touchscreen panels, feel free to call me. You can always email me, text me. I could spend hours on that, and I don't want to bore you. All right, in here, you're gonna have your breakers. Everything is nicely labeled. Showed you the two inverters outside, so here are the breakers for those two inverters. So if you're going down the road and your air conditioner is not working, make sure that the breaker's on for the inverter. So make sure everything is working properly in here. Always check for fuses and breakers first before you start to panic. Medicine cabinet with an outlet. Nice window. And actually some decent storage in here. so that you're not hitting the toilet or damaging your drawer. They do, your door here, they do give you a little chain to stop you from hitting it. It's pretty smart because I'd be hitting it all the time. All right, as we're going to the bedroom here, we're gonna have a pocket door to kind of close everybody off, give you some privacy. Then we're gonna have our king bed. We're gonna have wireless charging pads on both sides. You're also gonna have a storage compartment under your wireless charging pad there. So you can store stuff without having to get up. You're gonna have access to 3 different compartments up here. You do have a cable pass through up here, so if you need to run cables down here. And there's an outlet in there as well. Under here, I'll turn that on and get out of the way. There's a touch panel under there, so you can be laying in bed. You can shut your generator on or off, access your lights. Really makes it nice and easy, so you don't have to be getting up in the middle of the night. Of course, you're gonna have your TV, so you can check out your favorite soap opera, your favorite movie show or TV show. You can have an exit window right here, a ton of glass. Again, I love windows. I'm a little claustrophobic, so that to me makes it feel like it's even bigger than it is. And I have 6 drawers underneath. And again, they are all soft closing. As you can see, no carpet anywhere on the floor. This is a heated floor. Just looks nice and clean. And there's actually a nice ledge here too. So if you wanted to put a chair and sit down here, maybe work on your laptop and just kind of do a couple things, you could easily do that. So we go into the bathroom, another pocket door here. And it does have a mirror on the inside. That way you close the door, make sure you look good before you come out and meet your guests. We're gonna have the Splendid washer and dryer. And then down below, you got a nice spot to put your dryer sheets, other supplies. Huge shower, plenty of room in there. You're gonna have your flip down seat here. And again, you can see I'm 5'11". I got plenty of room, plenty of head space, plenty of elbow space. So I can get under here without having to duck, even with my hat on. And there's also a wand here. So it's an awesome shower. Beautiful tile work. And you're gonna have your body wash, conditioner, and shampoo dispensers up top. That way everything's not flopping around or falling down. Here's the escape door that I mentioned earlier while we were outside. To release it, you're just gonna take that panel off. It just has magnets, really easy to do. There'll be one security strap here. You'll let that drop, and now you can get out. So hopefully you never have to use it for emergencies. It is a good way to get away from your company if you need to, but hopefully you never have to do it for some kind of emergency. Back here in the closet, we're gonna have a safe. Adjustable shelves there on the right. Cedar lined, of course. And plenty of room up top for your wardrobe. And then on this side, you're gonna have some more wardrobe space here. You can always take this rod off if you have long items you wanna hang up. Actually, I'll start down here. You're gonna have 2 drawers. Beautiful woodwork. And then this comes out. You can see you got 2 shoe racks and then 2 more shelves up top. All right, dual sinks. On this right side here, you're gonna have access. It's an access panel basically for your washer dryer. You can get to the plumbing in the back. have 4 soft closing drawers down the middle here. And then plenty of room for cleaning supplies, miscellaneous items down there. In your medicine cabinet here, there is an outlet. So if you need to plug in a razor, toothbrush, whatever you need to plug in there. Your touch panels are going to be in every room. You have the smaller ones by the doors, and then the bigger ones in that center hallway, as I showed you earlier. Again, plenty of room in here for 2 people to get ready. Huge shower. This will give you a good view of what it looks like going down. Kind of walk you through a couple things in the cockpit area up here. Show you the big displays, the big touch screens, and then I'll pull in the slides so that you can kind of see what it looks like with the slides in. All right, so we'll wait for that to fire up. In the meantime here, you can see these displays here. You got, if you can't see very good anymore, like me, I'm about to turn 50 here in a couple of weeks. And, you know, when you start stretching your arm and it only gets so long, it might be time for some glasses. But anyway, I can see these really well, so I'd say I'm doing pretty good here. I don't need glasses yet. Your camera's setup is over on this side. If you push camera on this side, it gives you access to all the different angles that you can click on. So if you're towing a trailer, you got 2 different settings. You can do your 360 view here. And then actually, this is going to be your backup camera. So your standard backup camera, and then the different views for your tow vehicle, which is really nice. Nice to see what's back there. Make sure you haven't lost your tow vehicle. You're going to have turn signal cameras, which will be these. They'll turn on automatically when you use your signals. You can just do the front so you can see our production van over here. And then you can also choose which side. So really cool. XM radio, media center, Bluetooth, a ton of stuff on here. Again, I won't spend a ton of time on there because if you have specific questions, it's probably easier that you just call me or email me and I can answer questions for you. Like I said, this is on the Spartan chassis. We're going to have 3 different driver memory settings here. These 2 front seats do swivel around, so I always suggest using number 3 or one of the buttons so that when you do, it'll adjust everything. Makes it easy to get out. So you can see now I can stand up and get out. Up here on the top, we're going to have our power mirrors. They're also heated. Your light controls, your auto lights. You can dim and brighten your dash. It does have the auto high beam, so you can turn that on or off. Your traction control override, your windows, and then you can turn your air horn on and off right here. Of course, your air brake. You're gonna have a couple cup holders. Your tag dump. You're gonna have an auto and a manual. Engine brake on and off, and then you're going to have 3-stage. It's a 3-stage engine brake, so low, medium, and high. Mentioned earlier, we're going to have our Allison 4000 automatic transmission, and then your hydraulic leveling right here on the left side. Down here, it's kind of hard to see, but you do have an auxiliary port and a couple USB ports down here, and then there's a nice little map pocket down here. Let's see, behind the steering wheel here, I just lit this up. This is going to be your Kurt Spectrum trailer brake controller. It's an integrated trailer brake controller. Let me pull the steering wheel down. So you're going to have a couple adjustments here. You can push to adjust your steering, your telescope, and then you can lift it here. Steering wheel controls. You can do all your audio right here. Phone calls, wipers, and then this is going to adjust. This is how you get into your air leveling. So again, if I want to do an air level right now, it's set for travel. I can click on that and I can do a low ride, a high ride. So if you needed to lower it down while you get into your indoor storage, your shop, your barn, whatever, you can actually drop it down and move it in. Here, again, I'm not going to go through the whole dash here just because it's a ton of stuff and I don't want to bore you with it all. It does have tire pressure monitoring system. So you can see everything is in green right now, so our tire pressures are good. Adaptive cruise control. No messages, which is good, so there's nothing to worry about at this moment. So here, if you go into your air leveling, this will show you right now we're fairly level. We could go up a tad. So again, you can do a manual level or you can do auto level, and this will be air suspension wise. So again, it will not deploy your jacks. Perfect if you're in muddy conditions. Right now we have a fuel display, temperature, oil, and then we're gonna have our dual air gauges here, primary and secondary, and then that is for your DEF. So if you purchase an RV from us, we will top off the fuel. If it's a propane coach, we'll top off the propane. We'll make sure that everything is ready to go. We'll top off the DEF. If you're driving and you get low on your DEF, you don't want to ignore that, because if you do, it will put you in a limp mode. It makes it very frustrating and boring to drive when you're going 25 miles an hour or so. So make sure you don't ignore that. Let me raise this back up. Here on the right, we're going to have our HVAC controls. So you can adjust the AC up here and the heat. You're going to have your visors and shade, your generator on and off, which you can see I have the generator running because I've had the heater on since it's early this morning. Your entry locks, docking lights, and then your fans. This does have a heavy tow mode. Before I forget, that's actually really important. So if you're towing heavy, maybe you got a double stacker back there and you got heavy tow, you turn this on and it'll adjust the airbags to give you a smoother, safer ride. It's actually a really cool feature. If you have any questions on that, you can call me and I can explain it to you a little bit better. We do have a house and a chassis battery merge. So if you left your lights on, your chassis battery's going low, you need to fire it up, you would merge those together and it'll get you, basically you're giving yourself a jump start, which is really nice to have. You don't have to bother anybody for that. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions on this coach, if you want to schedule a test drive, or if you want to just come in and kind of check out our inventory, we've got some really good inventory at the moment. Give me a call, shoot me a text or an email, and we'll get that scheduled for you. Si hablo español, me pueden hablar al 720-276-4241. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys here in another week or so. Take care.